watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
So glad you're with us. 6 a.m. on this Wednesday. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Irampour. We want to get your day off on a good start.
That's
We have
right.
a lot of graduations planned this week for San Diego Unified. I know they're out tomorrow.
This is a
big
fun
week,
time of year.
everybody.
Yeah.
It really is. And I mean, a lot of people are depending on the forecast, feeling like summer. A lot of people
Right.
consider yesterday the start, or what, 2 days ago now, the start of the summer season. Technically, we still have a little bit of time before the summer solstice. But in the meantime, we're picking up on what San Diego typically has to offer for the month of May and for the month of June as well. For today, in May, we've got that dense layer of clouds out by the coast and inland, stretching all the way to the western slopes of the mountains. You can see how temperatures this afternoon are barely going to surpass the upper 60s along the coast, low 70s inland. So a cloudy day along the coast and inland. Coming up, we'll talk about warmer temperatures in sight. Back to you.
Evan, thank you very much. And now later today, the South Bay Union School District set to vote on the closure of 3 schools.
This is expected to impact many students and staff. CBS 8's Chris Groh live in Imperial Beach, where the special board meeting is going to be taking place later on. Chris?
Yeah, and this is happening, or at least it's being proposed, I should say, for a variety of reasons. The 2 biggest ones, of course, budget deficit and then the loss of students here to the district throughout the years. So this is not something all happening just at once, but this is something that is happening over a cumulative amount of time here. So we are looking at both Berry, Central, and Sunny Slope elementary schools being proposed by the superintendent to close here within the South Bay Union School District. This is due to the cost and declining enrollment numbers. In fact, according to a report in today's agenda, since 2011, the district has lost an estimated 2,369 students, and they believe they're going to lose another 239 by next year, altogether about a 43% loss to 2011. Now, the schools would be closed one at a time in this plan. First, Central by school year 2026, then Sunny Slope by year 2028, and finally Berry in 2030. Now, it is estimated that the closures will save the district a lot of money. So in terms of the general fund, each of these schools could save anywhere from $400,000 to $900,000 individually. Then the facilities fund, you'll see even more savings. Central Elementary could save the district $44 to $54 million, and then Berry $10 million to $14 million. Sunny Slope estimated between $11 to $15 million in savings. Now, this plan is different from other plans that have been proposed. This is the superintendent's version of this that includes these 3 specific school closures. We'll have to see exactly what happens when the school board meets. Of course, they'll be meeting from 6 to 8 p.m. later tonight. We'll have coverage of exactly how it is things shake out here after this vote. Eric and Netta.
Chris, thanks for the update. Right now, the San Diego County Sheriff's Office is investigating a bomb threat at San Alejo Middle School in San Marcos. Deputies say they got the call from the school just before 1 p.m. yesterday. Students and staff sheltered in place while deputies searched the school. They did not find anything suspicious. Bomb detecting dogs were also brought in to sweep the school before the campus was cleared. Still no word on where the threat came from. And this morning, the man accused of leading police on a pursuit in La Mesa is set to make his first court appearance. It started as a domestic violence call around 10:40 on Monday morning. Police say they chased 29-year-old Jaleel Johnson, who they say rammed a patrol unit. The officer inside opened fire, but no one was hit. The officer suffered some minor injuries.
This morning, we are hearing reaction to reports that ICE agents are arresting immigrants in San Diego immediately after their court hearings. The group Detention Resistance shared a photo there of an ICE agent inside an immigration courtroom. They say 2 or 3 immigrants had their cases dismissed and were then taken into custody yesterday. Meanwhile, Latinos en Acción held a rally at El Cajon City Hall condemning ICE's tactics. They believe the agency is pressuring judges to dismiss cases, making the immigrants vulnerable to deportation. Those immigrants have a legal right to appear for immigration hearings to seek asylum.
Are being snatched quite literally right after they're coming out, just in the hallways of the courtrooms. They're upping their tactics in that sense. They're really making it so that people are afraid to come to their court hearings.
Attorneys say this is part of a new tactic by the Trump administration to fast-track the removal of migrants who arrived in the U.S. in the past 2 years. Homeland Security maintains they're implementing the rule of law. making Chula Vista's dreams a reality. That was Mayor John McCann's message last night in his third State of the City address. This was delivered at the newly opened Gaylord Pacific Resort, showcasing the city's bright economic future. The Gaylord, which was decades in the making, is generating thousands of new jobs, according to Mayor McCann, as well as an estimated $475 million a year for the local economy.
Was a true uphill battle for the future of the city of Chula Vista. And now, today, we can declare victory.
The mayor's speech also touched on upgrades to Chula Vista's oldest fire station and expansions to its police force, as well as plans to open the city's new Millennia Library in the summer of 2026.
Speaking of summer, feeling like a spring summer, that segue, you can feel it when the warm sun is out there, but then those cool nights are still sticking around.
It's nice at
It's
night.
kind of a constant back and forth, right? The more spring-like weather on display right now, that's the gray that we have. And it doesn't seem like we're going to get a lot of the more summer-like conditions, which would mean sunshine this afternoon, unless you're heading all the way out to the mountains and deserts. Looks like we'll hold on to the clouds pretty steadily throughout the day along the coast and inland. By the afternoon, they should be a bit more passing as opposed to just kind of hovering out by the coast and inland, as they will for the next several hours. Past about noon to 7 p.m., we'll see them kind of filtered through, but in more abundance than they've been for the last couple days. 68 is that afternoon high out by the coast, 72 inland, 77 out across the mountains, and 98 for the deserts. Out the door right now, we're mostly in the 50s, some low 60s out there. Pretty comfortable with that layer of clouds. A bit of a push and pull that we'll be watching for the next several days. A ridge of high pressure builds overhead. It warms up everyone kind of under this ridge, but we've got this closed low pressure system that's way off to the south of us. What that is going to be showing is that it's plenty of moisture associated with it, slightly cooler temperatures, and an increase in humidity. We'll get a lot of those characteristics in Southern California. It's doubtful we'll pick up on much in terms of wet weather, but what we're instead likely to see after this ridge kind of breaks down is a slow transition toward more humidity perhaps, slightly cooler temperatures, and that's all going to kind of kick off as we go into Sunday, Monday timeframe. So you can see what our inland valleys look like. That's a great spot to look at for this climb in temperatures between now and Friday. In some cases, we hold on to that heat for Saturday, and then a drop in temperatures that we'll watch for Sunday and Monday. That'll take us back to cooler territory. That'll increase our humidity and cloud cover as well. But between now and Friday and Saturday, I mean, look at how much warmer we're going to be. We're jumping by about 10 degrees from this afternoon all the way through this upcoming weekend. Let's take a look at what we've got going on as far as traffic goes. Things have been very quiet on the roads. One crash just popped up on the 5, it looks like. CHP is on scene there. Coronado Bridge slowing down mid-span, and CBS8.com/traffic can help walk you through that morning commute. Let's take a look at border wait times this morning. San Ysidro Port of Entry still quite slow. Not necessarily the 200 minutes of yesterday, but still going to take you 2 hours to get across. Otay Mesa Port of Entry is going to run you about 1 hour 40 this morning.